Seven Prisoners, 2021, is a Brazilian drama directed by Alexandre Morato that addresses the reality of contemporary slavery in Brazil. The film follows Mateus, a young man from the countryside of São Paulo who, in search of a better life for his family, accepts a job at a scrapyard in the city. However, he soon discovers he has been deceived and finds himself trapped in a system akin to slavery, under the control of Luca. Analysis. The film stands out for its realistic and impactful approach, using a nearly documentary style to portray the harsh reality faced by the characters. Morato's direction is effective in building an atmosphere of tension and despair, keeping the viewer deeply engaged in the narrative. The performances by Christian Malheiros and Rodrigo Santoro are remarkable, conveying with intensity the moral and emotional dilemmas of their characters. Seven Prisoners also highlights a strong social critique, exposing the power structures and exploitation that perpetuate modern slavery. The film not only denounces these injustices but also provokes reflection on individual and collective responsibility in the face of such issues. Curiosities about the film Seven Prisoners, 2021. Prisoners is based on real stories of modern slavery and human trafficking that still occur in Brazil today. The film was directed by Alexandre Morato, who is known for focusing on social issues in his work. Rodrigo Santoro, who plays Luca, the antagonist, is one of Brazil's most internationally recognized actors. The movie was filmed mostly in São Paulo, capturing the gritty and realistic atmosphere of the setting. Christian Malheiros, who plays Mateus, gained widespread acclaim for his intense and naturalistic performance. The film premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival in 2021, helping it reach a wider international audience, like His Prisoners was released globally on Netflix, making the important social issue of modern slavery accessible to viewers worldwide. Lessons from the film Seven Prisoners, 2021. Awareness of modern slavery. The film highlights that slavery is not just a historical issue, but a present-day reality affecting many vulnerable people. The importance of resistance. Even in dire situations, the film shows the strength and courage required to resist exploitation and fight for freedom. Human dignity. It emphasizes the fundamental right of every person to be treated with respect and dignity, regardless of their social or economic status. 4. The role of solidarity. The story demonstrates how solidarity among oppressed individuals can provide hope and support in challenging circumstances. Social responsibility. It calls on society as a whole to acknowledge and address the systems that allow such abuses to persist. The complexity of moral choices. The film explores the difficult decisions people must make when trapped in situations of exploitation. The film Seven Prisoners, 2021, received a positive review from critics on Rotten Tomatoes, with approximately 85% approval, while the audience also showed a favorable reception, with about 75% approval. Now, here's our opinion.
And this time, we're going to talk about a Brazilian movie. I'm not a big fan of Brazilian films. Don't get me wrong, especially since I am Brazilian. But this movie here is really very interesting and it surprised me. I wasn't expecting much. But I became very intrigued by the situation, and it shows how slavery is done nowadays. Because we think we got rid of slavery once and for all, but in many countries, workers are exploited and put in degrading situations. They are people who are attracted, deceived by the idea of a better life, but end up falling into a huge trap. This movie will surprise you and show a world that you might not even know exists, but still does. A dark world, showing all the greed of human beings and the lack of empathy. Because, in truth, that is the nature of human beings once you are in a position of power. You don't care about the conditions of those below you. If it's necessary for you to keep that status of power, you will step on others and slave others. Usually human beings do that. It's a movie that portrays exactly that. And this work also serves as a warning to make people smarter and analyze job offers that seem very favorable but are actually attracting you to a slave-like condition. So, I wasn't expecting much from this movie, but I was very surprised by its message. It's terrible to imagine that we still live in a world like this, where people, if given the opportunity, will exploit you as much as possible and put you in a true slave condition, and I highly recommend this movie. I wasn't expecting it, but it really surprised me a lot. In summary, Seven Prisoners is a powerful cinematic work that combines an engaging story with an urgent social message, establishing itself as one of the most impactful Brazilian productions of the decade. That's all for now. If everything goes well, see you in the next video. Until then.